You were taught to be strong, to handle things, to not make it a big deal, and somewhere along the way you stopped asking if you were okay because no one really did. Some habits feel so normal you never question them. You assume everyone keeps their emotions to themselves. Everyone handles things alone. Everyone learned not to need too much, but they didn't. There's a specific kind of person who grew up learning that their emotional needs were either too much or simply not worth addressing. Not through cruelty necessarily, sometimes through silence, through a parent who was physically there but emotionally somewhere else entirely, through a childhood where everything looked fine on the surface, and the habits that formed in that silence, they followed you into adulthood wearing the disguise of personality traits. You probably cancel plans without guilt because somewhere deep down, you learned that your presence wasn't something people genuinely wanted, so you pull back before they can pull away first. You probably can't ask for help, not because you're proud, but because asking and not receiving, that happened enough times that your nervous system quietly stopped trying. You probably over-explain every decision. Every choice comes with a defense. Every emotion arrives pre-justified because somewhere early, your feelings had to earn their right to exist. And when someone is genuinely kind to you, you don't feel grateful. You feel suspicious. You wait for the condition. Because in your early experience, love was never entirely unconditional. There's actually a name for this. Psychologists call it emotional self-reliance developed through neglect. The child learns to become their own parent, managing, soothing, suppressing, because no one else consistently did. And that child grows up and calls it independence. Here's the part that's harder to sit with. These habits protected you once. They were survival. Real, necessary survival. But survival strategies have expiration dates. The walls that kept you safe as a child can quietly become the walls that keep connection out as an adult. And the most disorienting part, you built them so carefully, so young, that you forgot they were walls at all. If this felt more personal than you expected, that's not a coincidence. Subscribe for more psychology that explains the hidden patterns most people never talk about. Some people don't have a difficult past, they just have a past that was never properly acknowledged. That's a different kind of heavy.